Well, how was that for an end of a home season, at least for you?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it was an exciting game in the end. Got to give respect to them; they're a very good team. Thought they kept the ball really well first half. Didn't feel like they had too many big chances or anything first half. And then second half, I thought we got better. We probably had a fair share of the chances as well, but yeah, credit to them; they were a good side today.
When you play a side like that, who are wanting to get automatic promotion, might just end up in the playoffs, how much of a gap can you see from where this team is to that?
To be fair, I think it's probably been throughout the season. We've had games where we feel like we should have won sort of 2-3-0 and we haven't. We've either drawn or lost, and that's probably the difference at the minute. You know, they come here and sort of win 2-0, and if we're in their sort of position, maybe we're dropping points at that point, sort of early on in the season, and I feel like that's where it's killed us a little bit. But we've definitely got the quality to be up there for sure.
We've just been speaking to the manager. What difference does it make when you haven't got that focal point of Chris Martin up at the middle to play off and start playing in their half? Did it make a big difference for you today?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you've seen what Chris has done since coming to this club. He's scored goal after goal, and apart from that, yeah, his all-round play really helps us. If we're in trouble, we know we've got him up there to use and bounce off, and yeah, he's an important part of the team for sure.
The final home match of the season, how has it been at the Memorial Stadium for you personally this year? It can be a place that is very, very powerful, maybe in both directions sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed my season here. We've had some really great memories, some really good late winners, which are always fun, especially in front of the Thatcher's End. So yeah, I can't complain. It's been really good. I've enjoyed it.
It sounds like from what you were saying about the difference between the sides, there's a kind of frustration in the dressing room. Is that the right word for how it's kind of petered out?
Yeah, I'd say so, probably. You know, throughout the season, everyone's goal was to be pushing for playoffs, and you've probably seen in interviews throughout the season, the main sort of word is probably frustrated with ourselves, because we know we've got the quality, we know we can do it, but probably just let ourselves down a little bit at times.
When there's such a big change in terms of a managerial change, and there's different players coming in, there's different players going out, how difficult can that be for the core group here to kind of move with those changes, whoever it might be?
Yeah, I suppose it can be difficult, but I mean, we can't really use it as an excuse, but sometimes there's change of teams, change of styles and that, and it is difficult to adapt, but our main job is to focus on the pitch and on the football, and we can't really use that as an excuse, I don't think.
There's lots of talk already about different players' futures and where they're going to be next season, where they hope to be, and what's the future for you?
I'm really not sure, to be fair. I'm sort of a guy who finishes the season, has a bit of a break, and then thinks about it. I think it's important for me. It's been a long season, sort of my first one. I've played a lot of games. I think it is important for me to rest and see what happens in the summer. Yeah. Can
you see the progression in yourself this season from where you started back in August?
Yeah, 100%. We do reviews with the Chelsea sort of loan guys every week, and the difference from sort of my first few games to sort of now. You can see the difference and you can see the improvement, and when there's evidence there for that, it's always a good feeling.
There's lots said and lots made about, and actually the manager was just talking about players who come on loan and they call what he's just said proper football, competitive football. Yep. How different is it?
Yeah, massively. I think it is sort of taken for granted sometimes, especially when you're in an academy sort of looking out. It's a little bit of a bubble, and then you step into sort of the real world, proper football, as he said. And it is difficult, it is hard to adapt. You're learning on the job all the time, and you're going to make mistakes and that, and thankfully sort of Rovers, the staff and the players and everyone have trusted in me to, after I've made mistakes, to keep faith in me, and I think I've come through the other side of it well, yeah.
You've played a couple of different positions as well. What do you see as your, after having had a season at it, what do you see as your best role?
I'm not really sure, to be fair. I've played a bit of everywhere really. Obviously I came here sort of as an attacker, played a bit of wing back, and I probably played the majority of my minutes at wing back this season. But I just want to be on the pitch, to be honest. I just want to be playing, and that's where I love football, just on the pitch. So yeah, I'm not sure what the future holds in that regard.
I suppose it's all good experience, isn't it? You know, if you've had a season in League One playing in several different positions, you've got that on the CV, so to speak.
Yeah, 100%. I think it helps you with your game as well. Like, say if I next season I went and played attack, and I've played sort of left back the last few games, I'll know what the defender's thinking, and it can help me, and vice versa as well. If I'm in defence, I'll sort of know what the attacker's thinking and stuff, and yeah, it's all good for my game for sure.